This podcast is about standard normal distribution. Now, all normal distributions have bell curves. Different mean and different standard deviation will give you different curves. So we like to standardize our data using the formula z equal data minus mean divided by standard deviation. After we standardize our distribution, we get the standard normal distribution. The standard normal distribution is a probability distribution with mean equal to 0 and standard deviation equal to 1. And the total area under its density curve is equal to 1. Now here are the very popular questions. For example, we want to find the probability when z greater than a given number. Now in Excel, we use 1 minus NORM SDIST and plug in the z value. Now this is a standard normal distribution, so there is S. Now if it is not standard normal distributions, such as a probability x greater than a number, we will use 1 minus NORM DIST. Be careful, these two functions. Non-standard normal distributions, there is no S. After you put in the A value, you need to put in the mean and standard deviation, and finally put comma 1. So these are the formula we use to find out probability. First three are for standard normal distribution. Last three is regular normal distribution. Now there are another type questions. If z probability is given, if probability given, we want to find z value or find x value. For example, probability z greater than something equal the given probability. Now this question mark we use NORM SIMV, and it's greater than, so we use 1 minus A. If it's not a standard normal distribution, such as probability x greater than and question mark equal given probability, then we use the formula NORM IMV. Again, there's no S. And then you put 1 minus A, comma, mean, comma, standard deviation. Now be careful the number 3. This kind of question we will use frequently later. If we like to know negative question mark less than z less than positive question mark equal a given probability, usually this A will be 0.95 or 0.99. So this question mark will be NORM SIMV. Inside parentheses, we use A plus 1 minus A, parentheses, divide by 2. Now let's go to Excel to see how to use those formulas. Let's see the first question with a probability z less than 1. Less than 1, so we use equal NORM SDIST, and then we just put in 1. So the probability is 0.8413. Now if we have probability z greater than 1, then with the equal 1 minus NORM SDIST and put in 1. if we want to find the probability z between 2 and -1, so we use equal NORM SDIST. Put in large number 2 first, then minus NORM SDIST, small number. So that's the probability. Now, if we had non-standard normal distribution, for example, we assume the mean of IQ test is 100 and standard deviation is 15. We want to find those probabilities. So what's the probability IQ less than 115? So this is not a standard normal distribution, so we use equal NORM DIST. And then we put the number 115, comma, mean 100, standard deviation 15, and cumulative value 1. 1 is just logic number. So that's probability of IQ less than 115. Now, if probability IQ greater than 125, you use equal 1 minus NORM DIST. Now you put in 125 and then mean 100, standard deviation 15, and logic number 1. So if we want to find the probability of IQ between 100 and 135, so we use equal NORM DIST. We put 135 first, then put the mean 100, then put standard deviation 15, then logic number 1, minus NORM DIST. Now this time you put 100, and the mean is also 100, and standard deviation 15, and logic value 1. So the other type question, suppose we know probability z less than some number is 0.844. What is the question mark? What's the z value? So here we use NORM SINV. We just put in, I forgot to put equal NORM SINV. Now I put in probability 0.8445. Now if you say probability z greater than some number equal 0.1234, so this number will be equal NORM SINV. Then we put 1 minus the non-probability 0.1234. So that's the z value. Now if we want to find z between two symmetrical values, and probability is 0.95, so we use equal NORM SINV. Remember, inside we put 0.95 plus parentheses 1 minus 0.95 divided by 2. So you will get 1.96, approximately equal 1.96. Now if we have non-normal, standard normal distribution. Back to the IQ questions. So if IQ less than some number equal 0.9445, so how to get this IQ? So the IQ will be equal NORM IMV. Now there's no S. So now put in probability 0.9445. Then put mean 100, standard deviation 15. So the IQ will be 123.9. So if your IQ is 123.9, you are in almost in 95 percentile. So the next one, the last one, probability IQ greater than some value equal probability 0.1234. So here you use equal NORM IMV. Then you put probability. This is IQ greater than, so we need to use 1 minus 0.1234. Then comma, put the mean 100, standard deviation 15. So the IQ will be 117.37. So practice those formulas again and again, so you know how to use Excel to find out probability or find out data when probability is given. Certainly, you can use normal distribution table from the back of the textbook. When you use these tables, be careful. Different textbook has different table. Read the legend first.